Mickey Mouse in the house. Welcome to Aditya Birla Health Insurance Health from Home series. Here today we have the global holistic health guru, Dr. Mickey Mehta. Once again, welcoming Dr. Mickey Mehta on the house. So today Dr. Mickey is going to speak about how to handle stress the natural way. All of us are dealing with a lot of stress during these COVID times. But none of us want to really go through a lot of medication to deal with stress. So Dr. Mickey today would tell us and answer all our questions about how to handle stress the natural way and get off it completely. Over to you, Dr. Mickey.
So, let me tell you that stress is always in the perception, never in the reality. In reality, there is coping mechanism. So, breathe stress out from your perception. I would say a positive way of imagination is being creative. A negative way of imagining is stress. I will repeat. Positive imagination is creativity. Negative imagination is stress. So don't keep your imaginations towards the negative side, where you only have to think, what if this goes wrong, and what if that happens, and what if this goes completely out of place. Anxiety can eat you up completely, and anxiety can make you ill. So the best way to understand stress is, what do you have on your plate? Understand the problem, interpret it completely well in a very wholesome way, and then attend to it and deal with it. And communication is the biggest and the best tool to sort out issues, differences, problems, and to express and to demonstrate a will to resolve, demonstrate a will to solve a problem, and exhibit capabilities to cope with it. So, let's say you give me an example for some kind of stress, and I will give you a pronto explanation of how to deal with it.
So there are times, Dr. Mickey, when I don't even understand I'm stressed. Probably it's an underlying, stress which is there in my life, but I tend to get it out in various different ways. I'm sometimes cranky, sometimes I tend to eat a lot. And how does a layman understand what is stress, and how does he deal with it? Or what are the best ways to cope with it, like you say?
Okay, so let me tell you that there are mood markers for stress. And the mood markers are that A, you don't feel hungry. B, you don't get sleep. C, there is extreme lethargy, you just don't want to do anything. And 4, you get a little panic, very subtle panic attacks and palpitations. 5, probably get a headache. 6, breathing difficulty. And 7, you don't want to talk to anybody. Now these are the basic mood markers to understand that there is something wrong with you, but you cannot identify exactly. So then what you should do, you should quietly...
Day-to-day life, right?
Yeah. So you should quietly sit in some corner first, in a silent, maybe a dark room, shutting your eyes, and start simply soft rhythmic breathing like this. Now, when you make a whistling sound and when you start blowing air out, so first of all the pent-up emotions and carbon dioxide in your body gets blown out, and alongside your body begins to relax. The tight muscles in your body begin to relax. So stress gives you tight neck, tight lower back, tight upper shoulders, okay? Tight hamstrings, constriction in your stomach, constipation. So start blowing out. After that, you will realize that by the time you've blown out the 15th, 20th time, stress from the mind would have been blown out too. Stress from your emotions, psychology would have been blown out too. And suddenly, you will see clarity emerging out of confusion. So earlier, before blowing out, what you couldn't see clearly, you will be able to see solutions. First of all, you will be able to identify the problem. And once you identify the problem, then you will be able to see clarity. So confusions will go, clarity will come, complexities will simplify, and you will get creative results. And most importantly, as you breathe and circulate, as the rhythm of your breath becomes normal and gets regulated, then your immunomodulators inside, your immunoglobulins, and most importantly, your whole immune system, all endocrine system and hormones begin to secrete happy hormones and hormones of balance, hormones of confidence, and then they give you that self-confidence, strength to look into the eye of the person you have problem with, or look into the problem with the eyes, your eyes of boldness, and deal with it well.
So is breathing the only solution to handling stress, or are there any natural remedies that I could use for myself to manage my stress better?
So, Vinita, we must understand that breath is primary to life.
Okay.
Now, let's say you were to stop breathing, hold your nose, stop breathing. You will feel suffocated in 15-20 seconds. You will want to breathe. So, breathing is very primary. Breathing is needed for the continuity of life, for the perpetuity of life. Breathing is also needed for digestion, for day-to-day activity, for energy, etc. So a regulated breath is primary for stress management. Let's say now, along with breathing, you couple that with some exercise. So let's say you get into Bhujangasana. Let's say you get into Parvatasana. Let's say you bring your right leg in the front as if on your marks, get set, go position. Then take it back. Then you bring your left leg in the front in the on your marks, get set, go position. Then take it back. Then again get into Bhujangasana. So breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out when you're doing different things. And as you circulate and challenge your body along with it, your nervous system becomes still sharper and sharper. So your, first of all, your alertness in here now, and your autonomous nervous system, your central nervous system, they all become sharp. And once again, your immunity begins to flow inside. Self-confidence begins to rise. Clarity, vision, creativity, productivity, flow. You are in the flow of things. And you become very confident. So that's the second option.
So during this lockdown, most of our routines have gone haywire.
Yeah.
We're not eating on time, we're not sleeping on time, we're not able to get up and work on time for most of us. Of course, those who are working from home and managing offices, it's quite okay. But some of them have different varied working hours. So do you think exercising regularly and sleeping on time help us reduce stress?
So, Vinita, we must understand that we in our bodies have a rhythm of sleep-wake cycle, food cycle,
absolutely.
Okay, activity cycle, rest cycle, recreation cycle, and various other things. Now, you must also know that the cosmos around you, the universe around you also has a cycle. So there is a sunrise, there is a sunset, there are moon phases, there are tides, high tides and low tides. They also influence us with the energy surge and the energy ebb. Like with every sunrise, there is an energy rise in the body because we are tuned to that sleep-wake cycle, and that cycle is called circadian rhythm. So yes, if we exercise in the mornings, yes, if we do pranayam, breathing and meditation also in the morning, and yes, if towards the evening we stretch or we walk, and yes, if we sleep well in time because we've really worked hard in day and sleep like a baby, so that becomes healing and rest. Obviously, your stress levels will come down. For many people, simply less hours of sleeping creates more stress. Because then your body is tired, exhausted, fatigued. And your body wants to heal and recover. There is headache, there is depletion of energy, and lack of energy is lack of enthusiasm. And lack of energy is extreme lethargy. And lethargy also brings in a lot of stress. Then you suddenly feel very nervous. How will I handle this? How will I handle that? But if you've slept early, you've woken up early, if you've exercised well, and if you've eaten good pashtik ahar. In Ayurveda it is said, ahar, vihar, vishram, aushad. Aushad can be your food also. Your natural vegetarian pashtik ahar of sattva gun. Like Vinita Desai, you're a Maharashtrian, right?
Yes, absolutely, Mickey.
So, Vinita, the Maharashtrian kind of food, the Gujarati kind of food, the Indian kind of food. So, typically shak bhaji,
Yeah,
then typically rotlas or what you call bhakris,
yeah.
then what you call koshambir, which is your salad, then varan, which is probably a moong dal, then toop, and little bhat, and of course dahi chas, tak, and then something sweet of gur, dalia or til laddu. Can you imagine, Vinita? This typical Maharashtrian thali in the afternoon is extremely nourishing. And each time you have a nourishing lunch and a nourishing dinner, your stress levels come down because when nutrients go high in the body, your circulation, confidence, and when your body is well nourished, the body is not in the state of anxiety or very rarely. So, food also plays a very complementary role. So, breath plays a primary role, exercise and food play secondary role, and opposite side of very important role is sleep and rest. Then, of course, if you really want to add a lot of value, then meditation and prayer. Like, we have so many mandirs in Maharashtra, North India, South India. So when people go to temples or people have a small temple in their house and they pray, you get so much of peace. And peace gives you confidence, hope, and faith. So all these aspects they help you cope with stress, not just cope. I will not use the word conquer, but dissolve it, take care of it very easily.
So, quick question here, Dr. Mickey. Just wanted to know nowadays, since most of us are working from home,
Yeah.
everybody is at home. So, if you really want to take out some time and meditate, how does one do that? Because some of the houses are small, some of them have kids running around. So, is there any particular time that you advise when meditation should be done? And how long is the duration that it should be done so that it has an effect on the stress?
So meditation ideally 2 times, first thing in the morning, last thing in the night. Ideally. Now
Okay.
in between, a little before you exercise, just sit down quietly. A little after exercise, 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes after exercise. So meditation is nothing but a reset button which orients you, reorients you, reorganizes you, recomposes you, resets you. It's a reset button. Because in meditation, when you become quiet, your internal dialogue becomes quiet. Everything that is foggy begins to emerge clear. So it is said that when your mind is extremely foggy, either change the lens, and if it doesn't work, shut off your senses. So meditation is shutting off your senses. So when you shut off your senses, which feed millions and billions of bits and pieces of information to you, when you shut them off by quietening them and eyes shut and simply focus on your in-breath and out-breath, you can typically have solutions to all your problems. I'll give you one very simple technique to my audiences, especially for the Aditya Birla Health Insurance people, and to my lady Vinita, to you too.
Thank you, Mickey.
Pleasure. So the technique goes like this, that you shut your eyes, you breathe in strength, you breathe out weaknesses. Breathe in strength, breathe out weaknesses. Breathe in strength, now breathe out exhaustion, fatigue. Now breathe in courage and breathe out fear. Breathe in courage, breathe out fear. Now breathe in hope and faith. And breathe out insecurities, despair, anxieties. Breathe in hope and faith. Breathe out insecurities, anxieties. Now breathe in love. Breathe out hate, resentments, dislikes, grudges. Breathe in love. And breathe out hatred, resentments, grudges. Forgive yourself as you breathe in. As you breathe out, forgive the world. Now, this simple guided meditation, Vinita, can certainly transform any moment from the most stormy moment, turbulent moment, to the most calm moments. And this is tried and tested. I have simplified this process completely. And if there are viewers who are watching me, let's do a mantra meditation now. And the mantra meditation is Sanskrit, but that doesn't mean it is only for Hindus. Sanskrit is a science, not just a language. Sanskrit is a universal science of manifestation through coded words and mantras and language. So everybody can repeat after me either in their minds or you can repeat verbally after me. So you will fold your hands to come into Namaste, into perfect balance of Chandra, Surya, Shiva Shakti, Yin Yang. Now you will take a deep breath and say Om Kal Shanti. Then take a deep breath. Om Vastu Disha Shanti. Om Vayu Shanti. Om Agni Shanti. Take a deep breath. Om Jal Shanti. Om Prithvi Shanti. Om Akasha Shanti. Om Sarvagraha Nakshatra Rashi Shanti. Om Sarvagraha Nakshatra Rashi Vishwa Brahman Shanti. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. So typically our Hindustani Sanatan Dharma way of life, Sanskriti, Sanskar, Sansar doesn't mean Hindu religion. So in this typical meditation, let's say, Vinita, I was connected to you, I was connected to your audience, I'm connected to the brand Aditya Birla Insurance, I'm connected to my Insta followers, and as many people who will see later. What happened between us just now was magic. I prayed, you received, you prayed, somebody else received, I received.
Sure.
It's like on a highway, there is a two-way traffic, one to go, one to come. And I don't remember if I told you this, Vinita, last time. The Radha, which flows out, becomes Dhara and comes back to you. So, you get connected to this whole universe and cosmos, and this becomes one energy body which correlates and has invisible connections, which makes you invincible. So, Vinita, try something one day. Fulfilling your wishes, fulfilling your desires. First sit quietly and breathe out and empty yourself of all the stress, if at all there are. Once your mental framework is blanked and completely relaxed and calm, then very subtly seed your intentions of desire. And keep your eyes shut and be calm and relaxed. And trust me, I guarantee you, I promise you, one day they will become the fruits of your desire, as sweet you ever imagine, as colorful flowers and as fragrant you ever imagine.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Mickey. So, just like you told me that the Maharashtrian style of food, which you recommended for me, which is healthy and which can avoid stress, what is it that you recommend for our audience, which is there, which is from all parts of India? So, are there any specific foods which are going to help them, reduce the stress or get rid of it, like you say?
Now let me tell you, predominantly Indian food is the best. Now tell me, which country suffered the most in COVID 19? Which country? Highest? Italy.
America, Italy,
Italy.
yes.
Okay, so to begin with, Italy, correct? So, what does Italy eat? Pasta,
Pasta,
pizza,
pizza.
penne. Now, can you imagine with that kind of nourishment, the recovery would be very poor? Although we are also suffering with infections, but see the rate of our recovery. Because the Indian way of eating, tak, koshambir, toop, which is ghee, okay, our moong dal, our pulaus, our bajra, our jawar, our nachni, our dalia, our upma, our poha. Can you imagine our way of snacking, our rajgira, laddu, our shengdana chiki, our chana ka sattu, til laddu. So Indian way of eating is very superior when it comes to food, whether it is North India, South India, Kerala, with little tweaking here and there. But six tastes are always there: sweet, sour, salty, pungent, astringent, bitter, and spicy. Seven tastes are always there. But now let's come to basic immunity for all. Regional seasonal fruits, when consumed in the morning till afternoon, you get the best immunity. When
Are
you
you saying I can't take them or eat them in the evenings?
better not towards the evenings, but if at all you want to eat it as an evening snack, latest by 4:35 if you're hungry.
Okay. Because most of our viewers may not be knowing this.
Correct. But let's say you saying that you missed your dinner time at 6:37, but 9:30, 10 you're famished and you don't want to have a heavy dinner, then you rather have a fruit than have a dinner.
Okay.
So then you can have your sitafal, papaya, fresh anjeer. You can have your honeydew melon, musk melon. And if you want to have watermelon, put pepper because it is matra cold in the night, cooling in the night.
So I think lesser of the cold,
Cold fruits in the night.
and I think less of citrus fruits as
In
well.
the night. But if you have loads of fruits every day and fulfill your fruit quotient in the morning of vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin B, trust me, your immunity will always be high. Plus, if you have the kadas, all the kadas, I mean, नानी माँ के नुस्खे, दादी माँ के नुस्खे, जैसे I'm sure Vinita, आपके घर में your mother, she must be making good tulsi, mulethi, jaifal, taj, kali miri, and maybe fudina, herbal teas. So India is full of such therapies. So in monsoon is the right time for herbal teas. And of course, as I said, lunch and dinner, never eat it to full capacity. Leave your stomach 30% empty for air to move and for all the digestive acids to pour inside to digest the food. And only then you will get a good night's sleep. So of course, that way we spoke about breathing, we spoke about exercise, we spoke about food, we spoke about meditation. But if you want to ask any specific questions towards them, I'm happy to answer again.
So I have another question for you, Dr. Mickey.
Please.
Well, this may be a personal question. Not all the viewers may be feeling it that way.
Yeah.
But whenever I'm a bit stressed, I want to be just away from everybody. I don't want to stay connected with the world. But some of them say that if you're stressed, it helps staying connected. So what's your advice on handling this bit of the stress that I get?
My first solution is that if you're stressed but a very confident person, very strong person but you're stressed, you should be alone and cope with it, process it. You must process it out. You must metabolize the stress and sift it out and clear the way. Jesse, in your house, there is clutter, you remove the clutter. You move around and remove. So you navigate your mind and you sift it out with pinch it out. Remove one stress at a time and tell yourself how you're going to deal with it. But if you're not a strong person, you reach out and call people, reach out and connect to people. Like let's say Vinita, if you have a mom at your home, okay, you have your nani at your dadi or dada or senior people, go and hug them. Anybody senior, just hug them, fall at their feet, take their blessings, and simply hug them. You know, you remember, Vinita, you probably wouldn't remember, I wouldn't remember, that when you and me cried when we were babies in the arms, our mothers and our grandmothers would put us on the breast and heartbeat, you know, on the chest, and just the connect of that heartbeat and just being close to the chest and connected to the skin of our mother and of our grandparents would bring so much of warmth. And with the other hand, the mother would just pat the spine and hold the head. And these are all, you know, these are the evolved functions of mammals. Mammals, mama. Mama means, you know the udders from which the child drinks the milk. So mammals. Now mammals are very compassionate, empathetic, which is why the bonding between the mammal mother and daughter or mother and child, whether it's a mammal horse or it's a mammal human or a tiger lion, it is established. So whenever you have such stress, go to your seniors and, you know, at their feet, take their blessings, hug them, kiss them, get them to hug you, kiss you, and trust me, your stress will disappear. And suddenly you will feel very confident and courageous. And of course, most importantly, your first mother, your connect, first mother, first father.
So, another one, Dr. Mickey, is sometimes it's very hard to say a no. And, you know, not being able to say a no also builds up your stress. So, how do you recommend to people and all our viewers deal with that?
Okay, so you must know that in Hindi there is a word called abhyas prayas. Now, when you sit in meditation regularly, when you're sorting the house of your mind regularly, when you're reorienting yourself about life as to how to deal with different people regularly, when you're going through this exercise regularly, then you will get that courage of politely denying. So, politely denying is with expression of difficulty of why not yes. Remember one thing, that we as human beings are obligated to be empathetic towards other human beings. So if Leena ji, if I were to ask you that, Vinita ji, okay, Vinita, would you please host one more session for me? And if on that evening you have something to do and you can't, but say Mickey, I would certainly would have loved to, but these are the issues, I have to attend to this, which were my pre-engagements. Should there be an opportunity ever in future again, I'll be more than happy to. So remember one thing, communicating it well enough and getting it off your chest will give you a good night's sleep. And also, the person on the opposite side will always appreciate your honesty. Instead of beating it round the bush and when people thinking that, hello, उसने इसके लिए ना बोला होगा, इसीलिए उसके लिए ना बोला होगा, जाने दे यार. So, when you are very honest about it, or you can say, see, at this point in time, I'm not very comfortable doing this, but maybe in near future, we'll revisit it. Something like this. So, be very clear in mind how you want to deal with people, how you want to deal with situations and circumstances. If you want, take some time to give your answer. You can also say, give me a couple of hours, I'll come back to you. Or give me a night, give me a day, I'll come back to you. Or is it very urgent? Can you allow me 2-3 days to see whether I can do this? I want to be very honest and true to myself as to whether I want to do it, how I want to do it. So this makes you a very different, evolved and a better person.
Sure. So I'm going to try these tips for sure. One last question from my side to you, Dr. Mickey.
Yeah.
It's always that I end up drinking coffee and more coffee when I'm stressed. So would you would you recommend me to avoid caffeine, or would you suggest that I should have coffee and get over with that stress for that moment?
Okay. Now, first of all,
So
okay.
currently the coffee shops are
I-
off, but I still would want to go home and have 1 or 2 shots of
Oh,
coffee.
are you at work? Oh my God.
Yes, today I'm working from my office.
Okay. So first of all, now see the wideness of my smile. Okay, I'm smiling. So you must know, Vinita, that when you become very light-hearted, when you forget the past, whatever could have happened must have happened, and you just relax and calm down and smile, the need for coffee goes, because the solution comes with the attitude that you inject through your mood. So so you must smile, and while you're in your, even when you're sitting and in seriousness, first bring a smile on your face, and then make the smile bigger and bigger and bigger, and then learn to laugh at yourself that, oh my God, I was such a fool, I reacted like this. I do this, Vinita, I do this whenever, in terms of pressure, if I explode, even if I don't get an opportunity to directly confront and apologize and touch the person's feet, even if the person is younger in age to me, I always in my prayers send out lots of apologies.
Doesn't look like you get angry ever, Dr. Vicky.
Vinita, I do get angry. I do. I have my weak spots.
Handle it well.
No, I still have to learn and grow. And I haven't yet arrived of becoming completely calm, completely cool, completely collected, and nothing ever bothers me. And if something goes wrong, I will not snap. There are times I snap because maybe before you, somebody else triggered it so badly and I couldn't explode. But your small wrongdoing can make me explode.
That happens to us.
It
Sometimes.
happens to us,
so
no?
I think a lot of useful insights today, Dr. Vicky.
Yeah.
I'm sure most of our viewers are going to follow these things that you have mentioned in today's episode. If not, they can always come back to this
And
episode.
let's take some questions from them.
Absolutely.
Let's take some questions.
And they can view it again.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and I'm sure all of us will be able to manage stress better after this episode.
Okay, so now my parting note on this will be that there are many other remedies to manage stress. One is looking at the full moon from your balcony. One is every morning trying to reach out on the window or your door and taking a lot of sunlight. So first of all, sunlight is heat. Heat is energy. Energy is confidence, creativity, productivity, flow, rhythm. Okay? Energy also is empathy, compassion. Then, most importantly, take deep breaths out in the open. So, fresh oxygen. So, whenever you get good quality oxygen right on your window or your door, your stress levels are breathed out very fast. It's like when you take a strong shower, everything you're just cleaned up in totality. So deep breaths and soaking in the sun can make you do that. Then mantras, you must chant good mantras. There's a very good 3-line mantra. Asatoma sadghamaya, tamasoma jyotirghamaya, mrityoma amrutam ghamaya. So asatoma sadghamaya means from untruth to truth. God, take me from untruth to truth. Reveal the truth to me, O God. Tamasoma jyotirghamaya, which means take me from ignorance, darkness to light. And mrityoma amrutam ghamaya, from disease, from death, take me to eternity of energy. Okay, now we have flowers at home, we have fruits at home, we have incense at home. Smell your fruits. If nothing, nimbu kato, smell the lemon. Okay, limbu nichodo and take a lemon shot. The spike of vitamin C can immediately change your mood. Smelling oranges, the orange rind, and mangoes in mango season, and cut tomatoes, whatever is available. And trust me, by good fragrances, your stress dissipated, वो विसर्जित हो जाता है, and your mood changes. Otherwise, go and have some good, or eat a piece of chocolate. I'll allow you sometimes. We are human beings. We must indulge, and remember, for those who are mothers and fathers, and if you have stress with your spouses, go and play with your children. immediately your stress will go away. Then your children somehow naturally will create a mood for you to make up with your spouse. So there are so very many. And when you sleep, just put on some bhajan kirtan. Very soft, and go to sleep. You know, when it plays in your ears for 7-8 hours, you will wake up so confident, so clean in your mind, so happy, and so strong in your conviction. Atma Bal, Atma Vishwas, Man Shakti. And you will be smiling like you're smiling now.
Absolutely. I'm totally energized. I'm surely going to follow all these tips given by
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much once again, Dr. Mickey, for
Thank
being
you.
on Aditya Birla Health Insurance Health from Home series.
So thank you, Aditya Birla Health
Thank you.
Insurance.
Thank you.
It is probably the best health platform one can be there to get energized, maximize, optimize, naturalize, internalize, eternalize, evolutionize, revolutionize, mesmerize, hypnotize, specialize, regularize, revitalize. With Aditya Birla Health, get initialized to get Mickey-mized. Vinita, thank you so much. Wonderful session. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Same here.
Thank
We're
you.
glad to have you over. Thank you so much.
And let's do more sessions together. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you. Bye bye. Hello, Nisha Shahani, Leena Bhalerao, Madhu Art Fitness, Ashwakar, Hina Chedda. Thank you so much, Hina. Whenever you come on my Insta, my session goes very well. I must tell you, Hina. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nisha Shahani. Khatwani Kiran, wow. Shraddha Vishji, wow. Bhagyashri Moore. Hina Shedda, the Diva Yoga. Wow, Diva Yoga. Thank you, Diva Yoga, for joining. Thank you, Malaika. Thank you, Sarvesh. You're wonderful people. And Sarvesh, it was so nice to connect with you that day on the Ayurveda Congress, on the International Yoga Day. Great. Leena, Hardik NIM 123. And once again, Drinks KK. Leena Bharerao, Divine Yoga Club. Wow, I like that Divine Yoga Club. I like everything about yoga. As many people who do yoga, I love it. Mandarin Wings Trelch. Okay, whatever. Thank you. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. Pallavi Moog. Okay, do you like moong dal or what's his surname? Okay, and oh, thank you. So Hina, once again, Hina, sorry, Hina, you sent something up, but I couldn't handle it. I pressed the wrong button, so I really don't know what to do. I'm not so savvy with this. Viraj Trivedi, Nobody 8343. Wow. Minu Lahani. Hina. Challenge. So Hina, tell me if you want, what should I do? Because I saw a flash coming up with your name. What should I do? I mean, you can write on WhatsApp and maybe I can try. Araz. Subhapalla. Raghav. Hi Raghav. Hi Minesh, I hope you enjoyed the session, everybody. I saw some of the comments saying that, wow, fabulous. But any particular question, if you guys have, Ravi Sathe, my dearest Taklu, how are you? And Harsh, sir, your big fan. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, God. I love you all. Okay, while you are with me, let me tell you one thing. That one day, if you remind me, I will show you from my home balcony a wishing tree. And if you see that tree, because you cannot walk there, it's a golf course. If you see that tree through my phone and if you wish, your wishes will come true. So if I have a minimum of 100 people asking me that, I will spare maybe 30 minutes one evening to do this for you. And I promise you, your wishes will come true. I promise you. One evening we can do that at 5:30. So if you want, just put your request on the Insta handle. And maybe one day I'll decide to do that. And also we can do some special programs on my Insta Live of teaching you how to wish, how to make your dream comes true. I have mastered this art, so 60% of my wishes are coming true now. I would say 70%. When I was a child, I started learning it. Today, when I say 70%, it's almost as good as mastering it. I can share it with you on Insta Live next time, and I can teach you how to master your wishes and manifest your life. So maybe one day I will do 100%, 100% with your love and with all your affection and so much of attention that you guys give me. And Vasant Jain and Shiraz Patrawala. Hi Shiraz, Vasant, hi. Sanchi Nayak, I mean, such a nice thing to connect with you, Sanchi. People, let me tell you, Sanchi Nayak is a very good nutritionist and her practice is very good. And SB 7947, Rabia 222, Nisha Sahani, very nice. Girish Katikala, wow. Shiraz Patrawala. Valerie Rangel, 13. Hi Valerie, how are you? Lena, of course. Adi D'Souza, wow. Mamta Nishani, hi Mamta. Dr. Rahul, no, DJ Rahul, yo man, yo, get Mickey Mice. Okay, so let me rap something. Get naturalized, yo, oh, get optimized, yo, oh, get energized, exercise, let your life get Mickey Mice, Mickey Mehtas, yo, workouts. Dr. Ali Rani Sir, Malik, Mota Bhai, Mara Guruji, my Bade Guru, my grandfather of physiotherapy. For all you know, people, Dr. Ali Irani runs a physiotherapy department under his auspices, his leadership. He is also the dean of the physiotherapy college at Narsi Monji. He also is a visiting lecturer and professor at so very many international and national colleges. He is an inventor of so very many practices and protocols of physiotherapy. He is the leader of industrial physiotherapy in India. And if he touches anybody, a dead man can start walking. That's my guarantee to you. First, I thought that only Mickey Mehta can do it, but after I met him, I know that Dr. Ali Irani can do it more than me. He is my father, he is my elder brother. I love him a lot, Dr. Ali Saab. And people, you must seek his advice whenever you need him. He is a lovely person, very approachable person. And maybe one day I'll bring Dr. Ali Irani live with me on my Insta so that you can ask him questions for your senior citizens, sportsmen, etc. So, Sonakshi Kothari, Swarnadeep, then Sarita Manik, Gauli 57. Wow, Gauli साहब कैसे हो भाई? एकदम झकास. Honey Navani, Kapoor Sonia, कह दो ना, you are my Sonia. Not my Sonia, of course, your husbands or your fathers or your brothers. But I just wanted to sing a song. Honey Navani, Ankita Singh, then Ingothan, sorry, IGOTHANGRYYY, whatever. It's a Chinese name, maybe somebody from China. Doesn't matter. We all are humans and I love everybody. Thang, good. Then AJU, Arjuna Arora. Hi Arjuna Arora. Then Arpit, hi. Then Katin Gasu, hi. Vishwa, hi. Choradia Varsha, hi. Khizar Ahmed, hi. Bhagyashri Morar Ka, hi. Pallavi Mugh, hi. So, hi everybody. Hi. Let me tell you today, as my parting note, that I was speaking about wishing, I was speaking about desires. You must know that nature wants to give you so much only if we recognize the giving powers of nature. Only if we not doubt the capacity of nature to give. Only if we believe that our Mother Nature, our Father God, whosoever you pray to, Allah, Ishwar, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Muhammad, Shiva, Krishna, Zarathustra, Buddha, Mahavira, Savitri, Sita, Durga Ma, Kali Devi, Saraswati, Lakshmi Ji. So as many Devi Devtas you pray to, believe in them 100% and they'll give you whatever you want. Trust me. So I'm going to be starting series of wishing, desires, manifesting your own life, bringing fulfillment and happiness to everybody. And it's very simple. It's no white magic, it's no black magic. It's just heart to heart. Be a child and ask from God. Behave like a child. Be innocent and help everybody. Love everybody. Be kind to everybody. And just see the way magic works. And guys, keep connecting with me. I will now excuse. And if you want some special topics and if you have special groups, I will come on live for you specially. If you have some 15-20 people, friends, family, and if you want to do some live, let me know. I will send me a request. If I don't answer your request, keep sending it to me till I take notice. Forgive me. I'm not very tech savvy, but I'll try to get as tech savvy. Now I'll go to my daughter and ask her to save the story and disconnect. So if any of my Mickey Mehta team is seeing it and if you can save the story, do that for me. Otherwise, good luck. Bye bye. I hope all of you will get energized, maximized, optimized to get Mickey-mized. Have a good night's sleep. Bye.